Let me guess. January felt hopeful. It felt like a fresh start. You had plans, you had energy. But now it's July, and all you've got is a have to use journal and a whole lot of things left undone. Does that mean you failed? Does that mean the whole of 2025 is a waste? Does that mean you can't achieve any of those things left undone? Well, the answer is no. No, you haven't failed. No, not at all. It means that you are only human. Hey, men and babes, boys and girls, gentlemen and gentlewomen. Hi, how are you doing? Happy new month to you all and happy second half of the year. So let me say Merry Christmas. Yes. Oh my goodness, I am so glad. I am so excited, and I'm very sure that you are excited as well. I mean, it's July. It felt like yesterday where we were shouting Happy New Year, compliments of the season, compliments of the season. Oh my god, it felt like yesterday when you had plans, you wrote down all of things that you would love to achieve in 2025. In fact, some of us even made it. Okay, first half of 2025 I must have achieved this and that. But then here you are, whether you've achieved all of those stuffs or not. Hey, I want you to breathe. I want you to be happy. I want you to be excited that you are here right now. Honestly, it means a lot. I'm so happy that you are listening right now, because second half of the year, oh my goodness, I am just so excited. I mean, I am really excited. So yes, you are officially welcome to second half of 2025, and I'm so glad that you are right here right now. I hope the year has been a wonderful one to you. I'm very sure you've had your own share of the ups and downs, but hey, it's fine. I mean, you've come this far. You should be happy. You should be glad. You should be proud of yourself. I know that not all of your goals have been achieved or realized, but then I think it's high time we start to normalize unfinished. Like, we have to normalize it that, okay, I'm not done. The fact that you couldn't achieve most of those goals that you set at the beginning of the year doesn't mean that you failed. It doesn't mean that you can't achieve them anymore. You just have to normalize the fact that you are not done. You still have so many unfinished business. Like, just let that sink into you that, okay, I still have so many unfinished business, and it's fine. It's okay. Not all goals are meant to be done by June. Some are meant to be done by July, August, September, October. In fact, some are meant to be done by November, December. So it's fine. You don't have to beat yourself up too much for not achieving all of your goals or most of your goals by June. I know that it can look like you are not making progress, right? And honestly, when I started this year, I had a whole lot of things I wanted to do, So I had a lot of things written down that, oh my God, I'm going to achieve this, achieve that. And when we're so close to June ending and I did my review, I checked the things I've been able to achieve, I checked the things I've not been able to achieve. And at some point I was like, girl, you still have a long way to go. But something just sticked. I was like, yeah, I have a long way to go, right? But then, girl, you've done so well for yourself. You should be proud of yourself. And it's very funny that my mentor asked me to grade myself, and I think I graded myself 5. She was like, 5? I said, yes. I said, because I know that, yes, I've achieved some of my goals, but then there's still a long way for me to go. I still have a whole lot that I haven't achieved, and because the year is already into half, doesn't mean that I'm going to give up on those stuff. If for anything, it means that I have to go harder. Funniest thing is, it's not so cool that most times motivation doesn't help us the way we want. Most times we look for motivation from people, from the internet, but then we don't look inward for motivation. So I told myself, girl, you still have the second half of the year, you can still achieve a lot. You can funniest thing is, if you add those things to what you've been able to achieve January to June, that's a win-win for you, girl. So I'm saying this to you. I know the goals I've been able to achieve, obviously they will be different from yours, but then I know it looks like you haven't achieved anything, and that is the thing. Before I did my review, it was as if I was not moving, it was as if I was not doing anything well, it was as if I was not achieving anything. But when I, cross my teeth and dot my eyes, I realized that, okay, girl, you're not where you used to be, right? So that is one important thing. Before you just write yourself off, I want you to take a drastic and intentional step to review your goals. It's okay, yeah, in July, it's fine, you can still do it. So I want you to do that. What are the things you've been able to achieve? Write out the goals that you set for the year. Which ones were you able to do? Which ones were you not able to do? How do you want to do better? How do you want to achieve those goals? What are the lessons you've learned this year? Honestly, this first half of the year, hey, it has taught me a whole lot, and it's not even today. Like, today is not the day for that story for me to start telling you, okay, I've learned this, I've learned that. Maybe the next episode. Well, if you want that to be what we discuss next week, you can just drop that in the comment section. I'll be more than glad, to talk about some of the things that I've learned this year. But most importantly, I'm saying that it's okay to feel like you are not achieving anything, or you've not achieved anything the first half of the year, but you wouldn't know until you do a proper review. A proper review is going to help you to know how far you've come and where you need to work hard, areas where you need to do better, and things that you are doing well that you shouldn't drop, and new habits actually that you need to cultivate. The thing is, hope can always be reignited. Hope can always be reignited. If you are cooking and the gas should go off, you can always turn it on. So hope can always be reignited, and I'm just going to share 3 points on how you can reignite your hope. That is, if you don't feel motivated, you don't feel hopeful, let me say this before I go. Don't always wait for people to motivate you. You have to look inward for a motivation yourself. Be your source of motivation. That being said, okay, yeah, let's dive into it. So, how do you reignite hope? One thing is, you have to revisit or rewrite your vision. Yes, so we are back there, right? You have to just sit, you have to evaluate, you have to revisit it, you have to rewrite it. Okay, what are my goals? Why haven't I achieved most of these things? Or why haven't I achieved this and that and that and that? What have I been doing? How can I make it work? What can I do to make this an achievable goal by the end of the year? Do you understand? So you have to revisit your vision. You have to sit, you have to write again. Why did I choose this goal in the first place? See, sometimes I understand that the year is starting and we just want to write a whole lot of things. I want to achieve this, I want to achieve that, and it's all well, my dear. It's peace, it's good, it's fine. But sometimes along the way, we find out that maybe those visions are not even in alignment with where we are presently, because it happens sometimes that a vision that you had or that you have, or a goal that you set, is not in alignment with where you are presently. But it's fine, it might be a long-term goal. I don't know, have you heard of long-term and short-term goals? Yes, there are goals that are for a long period of time, and there are goals that are just for short period of time. And very important, maybe the reason why you feel like your visions are not even in alignment with where you are presently is because you haven't break down your long-term goals into short terms or into smaller bits to help you achieve them. So you have to revisit your vision. What is the problem? What is happening? Sometimes you just say, I want to read 12 books this year. That's a vision, right? But then you breaking it down into smaller bits, into achievable goals, is saying, okay, January, I'm reading this book. Okay, January is gone. Let's say July. July, I'm reading so book. Or then you're saying, okay, you're writing it down that okay, July, I'm reading this so book. Even if you don't have the book, do you understand? Or then you say July, I'm reading a book. Then you make efforts to get books. Okay, you know your friends that love to read, you know your siblings that love to read. Let me just share this. At the beginning of the year, I said I was going to read a whole lot of books. I was just like, I'm going to read books this year. Like, and January went, I couldn't read any book like that. Okay, I was in camp, right? So somebody came with some books, and no, I didn't even know this guy, and we were just sitting, and I just said, hey, are you done with that book? So I collected the book, I read. And then February, I was up and down trying to fix my PPA issue, my accommodation, and everything. I couldn't read a book. March, I think I started reading again. I think March or April. But then I was just talking with my brother, and I was like, I have plans to read books this year. And I was like, really? I said, yes. And before I knew it, pam, 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 this guy, hey, he just bombarded me with books. I said, okay, nice too. So if you have to set like achievable goals, what can I talk to? You have a lot of people that read. Ask them, do you have books on this, on this, on that? And yes, that is you making your big vision to be achievable, you beating it down into smaller portion. And also, you need to choose one habit that moves the needle. The needle will not move until you move it. So you need to choose one habit that will help you. I'm still going to stick to that vision of reading books. Am I going to set alarm every day? Am I going to read for 30 minutes, for 1 hour? How am I going to do it? Will I be reading in the morning? Will I be reading in the afternoon or evening? And then when I'm reading, how do I make sure that what I'm reading sticks? Okay, am I going to have a journal where I write the things that I'm learning and all of that? Do you understand? That's the way you are, reigniting your hope. Because once you start writing, I tell people, it's so easy for you to plan in your head. It's so easy for you to, say a lot of things. I'm going to do that, do this, and all of that in your head. And it's so easy to let go of those goals, those stuffs, those plans in your head. So it's very, very easy to do all of that. But when you start to write, when you are writing, I don't know, there's this connection, maybe because me, I love to write. There's this connection that comes with writing down stuff. When you write, it's like, yeah, even the Bible says that you write the vision down so that you can run with it, right? So when you write, you go back and you're like, okay, I wrote something last 2 years, I'm seeing it again. Do you know the joy? I'm like, girl, I'm so happy I'm singing this again. Do you understand? So you write down. So let's go back to the point. Actually, the point is you move the needle, build a particular habit that will help you to achieve, those goals, and then find accountability. Say maybe a community, somebody that is probably a sister, a brother. Even journaling can serve as you being accountable. Honestly, every single day you pick up your journal. Okay, this is it, this is that. I've been able to read today. I've been able to do this today, do that. Or even per month. Okay, these are my goals for the month. I've been able to achieve this and that and that and that. You are still being accountable. You can join a community. It doesn't hurt. And that being said, so very soon, there will be a community. Yes, we work with A.F.I is going to have a community very, very soon. So I'm just giving you tea now. So let's leave it there for now. Okay, so all I'm saying is join a community of like-minded people that you can share your goals together, people that you can share your progress together, people that you can share your journey together, people that you can be yourself around unashamed, people that you can ask questions and they are not going to judge you, because that's the whole essence of community. It's like I'm writing to my journal is never going to judge me, right? Oh yeah, like I'm writing fine. My journal is meant to sit while I write. So that is it. Your hope can always be reignited. That's one thing I want you to hold on to today, that your hope can always be reignited. Yes, you are into the second half of the year and it seems like you haven't achieved anything, but I want you to know that hope can always be reignited. So first thing, revisit your vision. Yes, you move the needle, and then join a community. And I want to leave you with this particular word, that maybe you started the year strong, maybe you didn't, but July just whispered something to you and to me. We are not done yet. This is unfinished. It's a business that we haven't finished. And now, the fact that we haven't finished, that is a good message. It means that this is our reminder that a lot can still happen even in 6 months. You can still achieve a whole lot. So I want you to look deep within yourself, motivate yourself. Why did you write out those goals in the first place? Why do you want to achieve those goals again? And reignite your hope once again. Until I come your way next week, I want you to keep thriving, keep motivating yourself, keep growing, keep believing, and be proud of yourself. I'm always rooting for you, but I want you to root for yourself as well. And don't forget to tell me in the comment section if you want me to share the things that I've learned in the first half of 2025. I'll see you again. I love you and bye.